Hi guys, welcome to probably one of the most horrendously lit beer reviews that I've recorded, and I actually kind of look like a very ugly woman at the moment. I am just a fucking mess. But today we're going over back to, can you actually formulate a proper sentence, Peter? Let's try that again. So we're going back over to Black Iris Brewery, and this is a collaboration with Turning Point Brew Company, and this is the Gimme Fruit, Gimme Fire, Give Me That Which I Papaya. I'm not going to do my impression of James Hetfield because I just can't, and I'll sound even more like a dick than I am already. But so this is one of the first releases of 2019 from Black Iris. I think they did a series of sort of Metallica pun releases because when I was in Birmingham, I managed to get a can of Nothing Else Matters, which was a milk stout with peanut butter and raspberry, I think it was. So that was a nice train beer on my way to Daya. But so beautiful artwork from Kev Grey as per usual. I think Black Iris are probably one of the best identities in craft beer, and I just think it's absolutely fantastic. Very typographic, if that's the proper term. You'd have thought, I actually studied graphic design once. You'd think I actually know what the term is. I do have another beer from Black Iris. I just want to see if that is Metallica. Let the juice loose. No, that's clearly not. I've actually still got my can of Princess Slayer to drink, but I want to wait for the right moment for that. So got a few Black Iris reviews to come apparently. But I've had a really great experience with these guys. I produced some beautiful beers, and as I said, the artwork is just wonderful, especially the illustration on the Mother's Ruin, which I'm yet to get a tattoo. I'm terrified as to what to get and where, but I love the artwork on that can. And I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of typography. So this is like it's like design porn for me. But Kev Grey, fantastic artist. I want to get some Black Iris merch because it's just beautiful. It really, really is. Anyway, so this is the Gimme Fruit, Gimme Fire, Give Me That Which I Papaya. I just like saying that. And this is a fruited IPA brewed with lactose, passion fruit puree and papaya puree. And this is clocking in at 5.6%. I picked this up from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan, probably my favourite bottle shop. And not just because it's a stone's throw away from where I live. Anyway, so without any further ado, as it sort of ejaculates on my hand, and that is a very generous fill. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like, it's almost teetering on the top. Do you know what I mean? Brownie points already, not being stingy. So let's see if we can get a good pour on this. And that is just pure naps. Puring. God, I can't speak today. I do apologise. That is pouring absolutely beautiful. That is really reminded me of Octopod from Wander Beyond last year, which I hear that they're going to be rebrewing, which would be very exciting. But we're not here to talk about other breweries. We're here to talk about terrible lighting, horrible hair, and an overweight, ugly beer reviewer. But I know we're here to talk about Black Iris, and that is just looking like the fruit you expect it to, like papaya and passion fruit. It's like just freshly squeezed. No head to speak of, but that was due to the pour. But yeah, you can't see through that at all. I mean, you can get nice little gloopy bits at the bottom. Oh no, it's not. It's just because the glass hasn't been cleaned properly. Oh, we're off to a great start with this review. Anyway, it looks fantastic. So let's see what we get on the nose. And spill it on the floor. Well, you definitely get that passion fruit. You definitely get that passion fruit. That is Quite a distinctly passion fruit forward smelling beer. Oh, smells good though. Lovely, juicy, resiny, sweet hops as well. You get mango coming from those hops. I'd imagine there's something like Mosaic in this. Maybe even a bit of Simcoe as well, because it's got that sort of like sweet cat litter aroma to it. But yeah, you're getting all those fruits in there. It smells fantastic. It smells like it's hopped more than an IPA of this ABV would be, because it's almost got like the hop profile of a really juicy triple IPA. It really, really does. It's quite a potent smelling beer, and it's smelling fantastic. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Oh, wow. I'm going to say this. If you're not a fan of papaya or passion fruit, you will not like this beer. But then, why are you buying it anyway? That tart passion fruit flavour, that sickly sweet, almost sugary flavour that I get a lot from passion fruit, it's just, that is like the biggest flavour in this beer. Getting a bit of a citrusy hop character coming through. Yeah, that is rich. That's almost bordering on sickly. And I'm not too sure if I'm really enjoying it or if this is going to be a beer that I'm going to have to take my time with. Yeah, it's quite an acquired taste, I will say that. Very tropical, as you would expect. Lovely bitterness. The tartness from the passion fruit is just working beautifully alongside the hoppy bitterness on the back end. Lovely, bold mouthfeel as well. It's sickly smooth. It's almost as if that puree hasn't been mixed in properly, because you're still getting the texture of it. You can almost like feel the strands of the fruit. Do you know what I mean? When it's all pulped. Yeah, that is bigger in your face. And you know what? It is very, very reminiscent of Octopod for me. I'm probably saying that because I've got it in my mind. But this is like the body of Octopod. That big flavour, fruit flavour of it. I think that was mango and passion fruit. I find passion fruit to be an extremely bold flavour that can be used way too much. You all know by now that I'm a massive fan of Mikkeller, but I have found that a lot of their IPAs recently have had additions of passion fruit, and it gets quite sickly at times. It's almost getting to that point here. You get that sort of like earthy fruitiness on the back end as well, like, because sometimes when you eat fruit there's a little bit of that green earthiness there. I'm getting that. It's as if I've like taken a big bite out of the passion fruit or something like that. Papaya I'm not too familiar with, so there are probably flavours that I'm missing, but that being said, it's passion fruit all the way with this beer, backed up by a beautiful body, citrusy hops, slight sticky resiny character. Yeah, it's very sickly sweet though, I will say that. And yeah, it's, you're either going to really love this beer, you're either going to really dislike it, or it's just going to be a little bit of like, what am I drinking right now? But yeah, to me it's a sipper just because of how rich it is. I can't believe how rich it is. I mean, when was this canned on? I'm not too sure. Does it even have it on? Best before date is the 31st of July 2019. I think even if you were to drink this in July, it's still, because there's so much fruit in there, it would hold that hoppy profile. Yeah, usually I'm taking big gulps out of beers like this, but because it is so rich, I'm just taking little sips. I'm taking my time with a beer for once. But it's not because of any harshness. It's not because of any brewing faults or any lack of hiding that ABV. I mean, it's only 5.5%, but it's drinking like a dream. It's just very rich and bold. And it's making me take my time a little bit. So it's not for everyone. I will put it out there. But if you are a fan of Octopod and you want to enjoy a beer like that with like a third of that ABV, then this is definitely one for you. They've both done a really cracking job. That's one of the most intriguing tasting IPAs I've had for a while, that. I'm still not too sure if I absolutely love it or if it is too much for me. But it's still a very solid beer indeed. Excuse me. And I've just said, I don't know if I'm fully into it, but to me it's an 8 out of 10 beer. It's big, it's bold, it's drinking like it's bigger than a 5.6% ABV beer, but in the best possible way. So yeah, it's one of those beers you're going to probably rarely enjoy, or you're probably not going to enjoy too much. You might find it a bit too bold. But yeah, so I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really intrigued to try something from Turning Point. I've never heard of these guys before drinking this one, but that means nothing because I don't know jack shit about beer, of course. He says over 900 reviews in on YouTube. But yeah, if you like Metallica and you like puns, on point, great design, and just a very intriguing beer. So 8 out of 10. So if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of these sorts of beers? What's some of your favourite fruited IPAs, that sort of thing? What's your favourite beer you've had from Black Iris and, of course, Turning Point? Check out both breweries down below. Check out Northern Beer Temple as well. And, of course, if any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed this one, their links will be included down below. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.